Hello, friends. All right, so we'll wait for just a few minutes and then we'll get started. Go ahead and leave you guys my shopping link right here in the comments. So this is where you can find all the makeup and the skincare and the tools and everything I'm using. And then you are going to want to make sure to not only make sure you're shopping on my website, RayaHopeBeauty.com, but then make sure that you are shopping under the March special to get the absolute best deal ever. They're basically giving product away. It's insane. You're going to get my personal discount when ordering the March special, which is your choice of primer, foundation, concealer, foundation brush, pressed powder, which is the brand new one, and setting powder. So you get 6 products for $154, which is 30% of savings. Insanity, plus free shipping. Plus, it has a love it guarantee, so if you want to return anything for any reason, you can. Such a good deal. Okay, so today I'm going to show you guys how to use the stick foundation. So I want to, all month long, I'm going to show you guys how to use all the different foundations we offer, which ones are good for what, and then also how to use them multiple ways. So say you're wanting to really take advantage of the March special, here is what I'm going to be recommending if you want to get like more other products for that deal. So you can still get a stick foundation in that deal for contouring or the pressed powder for contouring. So we're going to talk all about how to use different colors for what. And I'm not quite caught up on all my messages yet. I saw someone ask if I have answered all my emails yet. So almost. I have just yesterday's left. I caught up on all my Saturday, Sundays yesterday. All right, so now I'm going to go ahead and go in with my stick foundation in the shade Lace. This is one of my absolute favorite coverages because it's fast, it's easy, it's flawless. And again, I'm using the shade Lace, and this is on sale in the March special, which is the best deal, the best savings I have seen them do. Usually the max savings that I normally see them do is like 20%, and I personally get 30% with working for Unique and being higher up in their company. So the fact that they're giving away my discount, I'm like, that's insane. Insane. So make sure to take advantage of that. If you need to be color matched or if you need any recommendations, just comment color match. If you commented color match on a previous live, I will be private messaging you so you don't have to comment again. I'm on it. I'm coming for you. Is that my picture? Perfect. I will be messaging you today. Oh my God, I was such a the sunglasses. They're the best. Sunglasses? Which ones? Super excited to have waited for March special. Yay! I'm so excited for you. All right, so now to blend in this stick foundation, I'm going to use the blending bud. And this is damp, so you always want to wring it underneath water and then squeeze it till no water falls, then it's ready to use. But this is the coverage, this is the application process that I personally prefer when applying the stick foundation. However, you could still use the kabuki brush to apply this. So, let me fix this. This is Gemini's. So that's always an option too to apply. So I'm going to go in with just a little bit more. I love that this foundation is so buildable, meaning you can just keep adding more and more of it to get that super full coverage look without feeling like you have a ton of product on or looking like you have a ton of product on. So the stick foundation is good for a lot of different skin types because it's moisturizing, it's full coverage, and it's not heavy. So if you have fine lines and wrinkles, if you're combination skin, dry skin, it's good for you. It's honestly one of those coverages that's good for almost everybody because of just the consistency of it. It really does go into play for how you're applying it. So if you have, let's say if you have oily skin like I do, and you want to use this, you still absolutely can, even though it's moisturizing. You're just going to want to make sure to set it really well. And then make sure that you are using a really good pre-makeup routine, which I swear by mine. If you're not doing my pre-makeup routine, you're missing out. It really does so much with getting your makeup to look super flawless on your skin, which my pre-makeup routine is also included in the March special. And I use the Touch Bold setting spray, the mattifying face primer, and the setting spray. So I do setting spray twice, basically. Oh, nice, Carol. I'm so glad you love them. So that is also an option with the March special. You get to choose between any of the setting products, whether you be the setting spray, the brand new setting powder for dry skin, or the traditional setting powder for oily to normal skin. So those are all options in the March Kudos. So it's completely customizable. So like I was saying, this is the time to take advantage of this deal because you can really customize it to get the most bang for your buck. And when I mean that, I mean like you can get your all over shade in one bundle to use your concealer like I do, where I do like my full face with the concealer. You could do the stick foundation in the shade Chenille for your contour. You can honestly, like there's so many different like mixes and matches that you can do for your March bundle that you can honestly buy like a few of them and still not have to repeat products, which is really cool. So now I'm going to go ahead and go in with my Skin Solution Concealer, which is also on sale in the bundle. And I'm going to apply this just on my under eye, and then I have like a little blemish here, so I'm going to apply it there as well. But I love this coverage of the concealer. It is so opaque, meaning you cannot see through it. And again, I rang my blending buds underneath the water, including this one. And this is what you're going to do to apply the stick foundation all over. But you get two when you buy them, the large and the small, which I think is so perfect. And so there we have just the overall really great coverage of the stick foundation and the Skin Solution Concealer in the shade Organza. And then, so like I was saying, with this bundle, you can actually choose whatever color you want. So if you're wanting to do the a different bundle, like if you're like, oh, I already have my foundation, but I want to take advantage of the sale, the stick foundation in the shade Chenille is honestly my favorite color for contouring. It's super, super, like perfect. I wanted to think of another adjective, but honestly, it's just perfect. It is not too dark. It's not too pink. It's not too pale. It's honestly, it's so perfect. So we're going to use the fat end of the blending bud and just bounce this off underneath just like this, and this is going to just blend it out super, super easy. How often should you change out your blending buds? These will usually last me around 1.5 years. So that's as long as I usually keep them, about 1.5 years to 2 years. Once they start like falling apart, then they're ready to switch out, but that usually takes around almost 2 years. I'm confused about the setting powder if I have dry skin. So setting powder, you're going to want to use this one. The setting powder for dry skin is the Prime and Set powder. It's brand new. It has a water release technology in it, so it actually is super hydrating while setting your makeup. So if you are more dry skin or prone to dry, flaky areas, the Set and Prime setting powder is the best because it's going to set that area, but it's also going to add moisture into your foundation, which is going to help it to expand and look much more natural and softer on your skin. How I clean my makeup brushes, I actually have a whole tutorial saved on my Instagram, which if you don't follow me on Instagram, make sure you do. Now I'm going to set my makeup. I'm going to use the Untouchable Hold Translucent Setting Powder. I have more dry skin, so this is the one that, I have more oily skin, so this is the one I gravitate towards. But if you have more dry skin, you're going to want the Set to Prime. And then if you have combination skin, the choice is yours. You can also use the pressed powder to set the not so dry areas and the Set and Prime setting powder. But if I'm confusing you or overwhelming you, just message me a selfie facing a window and we'll get you fully set up. I'll let you know exactly what products in what colors to grab. So just comment color match in the comments if you haven't already in a past live or today, and I will message you. For the blending buds, I have that tutorial and I show you guys how to clean your blending buds in that as well. Which again, I have that saved on my Instagram. My name there is RayaHope. So I just use my fan brush to sweep away any of that excess of my setting powder because I used it in a technique called baking. Now, if you weren't baking, you could still utilize the product, especially the Prime to Set one, and then just use like a tapered blush, or you can use the setting powder brush to do so. Okay, so now for all over, we're going to use the pressed powder in the shade Satin, and I'm so dang excited that these are finally back in stock, but reformulated to be smudge resistant, hydrating, and they're made with shea butter. They also have a UV protectant in it, which I think is so, so cool. I've never heard of a pressed powder having that before. So the colors are the same. So if you're similar to my complexion, I can use the shade Taffeta and the shade Satin in the pressed powder, which again is available only in the March bundle, in the upgraded bundle. And like I said, the pressed powder used to be incredible, and now it's even more incredible, which is so mind-boggling. Like I said, it has shea butter and it also has that UV protectant. So if you're worried about being sunburned or sun damage, you're going to be obsessed. You also can use it for light coverage if you're wanting just like an overall, just kind of a dusted light coverage, or if you wanted something a little more fuller coverage, you can achieve that too. This thing is driving me nuts. I have a question about being dry, oily combination. So yes, you would be combo if you're both dry and oily. But what was your question? How do you decide when you use the eyeliner, for example, upper eyeliner versus eyelid? That's totally your call, Heidi. Sometimes I do one versus the other. Just kind of depends what type of makeup look I'm doing. When will the old pressed powder? I think your message didn't send all the way, but the old pressed powders are going to be going off the website on the 8th, and the new pressed powders will fully take its place. However, you can get the new pressed powder in all the shades in the March special upgraded. Discounted too. All right, so now I'm going to take that same color chenille in the pressed powder, which again is available in the March bundle on sale, and I'm using the Tapered blusher brush. I tell you guys this all the time. If you're not using this brush, you're missing out, because it honestly does all the work for you versus for contouring, versus using another brush that would be too big or too wide and just make your contour just look too heavy or too dark or not dark enough. So this is going to be super, super perfect for that really, really soft complexion, that warmth to your skin. All right, so contoured areas. Gosh, so good, you guys. Oh, I love it. I love that it really accentuates your cheek structure without overpowering it and making it look like too much, you know? Good morning. I've been all of them, and right now I think I'm more combination. So just send me a selfie facing a window and I can give you a recommendation on what colors you are. All right, so for today's blush, I'm going to use the shade Seductive. If you are the type of lady who doesn't really love blush, you don't want something highlighting, you just want something that simply gives you that warmth back to your cheeks and gives you that warmth to your skin, the shade Seductive is for you. So I've used it on one side to give you guys like a little before and after. So you see how it just simply gives that beautiful flush color to your skin. I'm using it on the setting powder brush, which is now available. Hallelujah. And I love our blushes. I love our brushes because they are long lasting. They don't shed. They don't break. They are so long lasting. I was actually telling you guys yesterday, I've had all of my same makeup brushes. I haven't had to replace one, not one with Unique. And like I said, I've been doing this for 5 years. So I've had some of these brushes for 5 years. Stop by on Patreon, went ahead and ordered now. Today I ordered now. I didn't order the right colors. You can always message me and I can help you pick out your colors. And there is a love it guarantee, so if something doesn't match, you can always return it for your money back. Yeah, Seductive is such a gorgeous color. I just love that it's super soft. There's no highlight or anything to it. It's just a matte, beautiful, dusty rose blush. So for highlight, I'm going to use the Touch Limo Luminizer in the shade Pearly. And just pop that on the highest parts of my cheekbone, Cupid's bow, tip and bridge of my nose. And this will just kind of give me that glowy, dewy finish that I love. All right, so now for brows, we're going to go in with the brow pencil in the shade Medium. This is honestly the perfect add-on to your makeup. Since you're getting the upgraded bundle, you get the free shipping, so might as well take advantage of any little pieces that you're wanting, like the brow pencil, which is only $19. So only makeup you have used for 5 years. That is correct. I've, of course, tried like a thing here or two. I love makeup and I love beauty, so of course I'll try things here and there, but nothing has impressed me enough to switch brands or substitute in. I feel like the only products that I have used and loved, and again, I use them live here. I don't like hide anything from you guys that I'm using like behind camera. I feel like the only things that I do love are like my lip liners. I love this one from Marc Jacobs. Sometimes I'll use like lip glosses from MAC, but other than that, I love this makeup. I love this coverage. So good. I feel like my favorite products, if I had to name like top 10, the brow pencil is one of them because it's so dang easy to use. The pressed powder, especially now that it has the transfer resistant and the shea butter and the UV protectant in it. Pressed powder, hands down. Let's see, what are my other top? The Twisted Mascara. Another top one, ooh, the eye cream. This is another one of my must-haves that I can't live without. The stick foundation I really love with the concealer. Honestly, the concealer is probably one of the most impressive things in our line. I haven't, maybe compared to the pressed powder. that might take the cake. But for now, the concealer and the brow pencil are the two things that I'm like, okay, if you are going to try one thing, and the twisted mascara, this is so hard. If I sleep with my face in pillow, my eyebrows can stick out from face. Would you brush with pencil to take them down? Yes, definitely. And also wash your face in the morning because that'll also lay them down. But it's always, always so important to make sure you're washing your face in the morning because it's going to take away any of that. Just like your teeth, when you sleep, you get all that buildup and that gunk. Same thing happens to your skin. So that's why it's really important to making sure that you're sleeping on like a silk pillowcase, or a satin pillowcase will really help. And if you guys need the link to one, I have one saved that I use and love. But also making sure you wash your face in the morning is going to be important. So now I'm going to use the other side, the spoolie side, and comb through. Just like so. Okay. Brows are done. Now I'm going to use my eyeliner, which is another thing that I really, really love. I love it because it's only 15 bucks and actually stays where you put it. I love putting this on my water lines, like right behind my eyelashes. Actually stays put and doesn't build up or give you raccoon eyes by the end of the day. And then same thing down here. Okay. Same thing on top. All right, so now that the eyeliner is on, now we're going to do a really easy eye look, just something bronzy and simple. I love good, like simple eyes because honestly, I'm a mom of two, I'm a business owner, like I'm constantly running around, so I don't always have time to do eyeshadow, and if I do, I want something that's like beautiful but fast and easy, which I feel like is like most of you. I know sometimes you guys want to see these elaborate eye looks, which I'm all for, but I like to give you guys things that are you're able to duplicate at home. So we're not all walking around with bright green eyeshadow. So I like to give you guys doable, what's the word I want to use? Replicable eye looks. Do you do a night serum for your lashes and your face? I do, Marissa. I have a whole skincare routine. So if you want my skincare routine, just comment skincare and let me know what type of skin you have, whether it be dry, oily, or combination. Just comment skincare, oily skin, skincare, dry skin, skincare combo, and I will private message you your skincare regimen that you should be on. All right, so now for our eyes, we're going to do the Addiction Palette 8, and we're going to take the shade Profound. And fun fact I did want to mention, which I forgot to mention yesterday, I did notice that the limited edition Beloved Palette 3 is still in stock, and now you can buy it individual. So if you wanted it last month but didn't want to buy the bundle, now you could buy it by itself. So this is only around until it's sold out. So I have no idea how long it will last, but it's underneath eyeshadows on my website. And if you missed it, if you didn't watch any of my tutorials last month, shame on you. But it is this really gorgeous bronzy golds, so many gorgeous colors, and they're stunning. So you can buy that by itself now in the eyeshadow area. So, but today I'm going to use the Addiction Palette 8, and I'm taking the shade Profound, and we're just going to dust this into the crease of my eye, and we're kind of working backwards. We're just kind of creating some depth and warmth to our eye before we go in with the star of the show. How long and how you get started doing this business tutorials? Kimberly, so I started 5 years ago, and this is before like lives were a thing, so I pre-recorded all my videos. So that's kind of how I started. All right, so just dusting this on all over. And the fluffy crease brush is another one of those things that's a total must-have because this is really going to do all the blending that you need it to do without having to be here for hours. So now I'm going to go ahead and take a liner side and just drag that color Profound from Addiction Palette 8 underneath the lower lash line just to give it more of that cohesive finish look. Now to be color matched, I saw someone ask, how do I get color matched? How do I get to know what color of makeup I should use? All you have to do is comment color match in the comments. Now if you already have commented that, I have already private messaged you. So all you have to do is go to your requested folder or your inbox here on Facebook and you will see a message from me asking for a selfie. So I just need a selfie facing a window. You can be wearing makeup or not, but it has to be daytime and you need to be facing a window. The window can't be behind you, it needs to be in front of you. And I can give you a very accurate color match of what color you are. Yes, I see you guys giving me my word. So I know I love your, thanks. This is from Sparkle Bands. My code there is Raya10. She has really beautiful sparkle bands. Oops, I'm not talking to you. All right, so now for the eyeshadow. We're going to do the Splurge Cream Shadow in the shade Tenacious. Like I said, I've been doing this for 5 years. This has been my favorite eyeshadow color for 5 years because when I first started this, fun fact, I was a huge tomboy. I had no idea how to do makeup, and I wanted an eye look that I could put on that made me feel beautiful, but didn't like make people go, oh wow, you're wearing makeup. But I wanted something that made me feel, I don't know, like made me look like I knew what I was doing, you know? And the Splurge Cream Shadows, exactly that. They're easy, but they make you look like you know what you're doing. Splurge Cream Shadow in the shade Tenacious is what we're using, and this is honestly, again, one of my favorite colors because it's this really gorgeous bronzy brown color. So it's stunning and pretty without being too heavy on your eyes. It's also crease proof and smudge proof, so if you have oily eyelids or a lot of fine lines and wrinkles, another really great color for you because it's not going to move around. So I just went ahead and applied that with my finger, and now I'm going to take the cream shadow brush on top of the product, and it's more of a moussey consistency, but it dries into a powder finish. So it's a little, when you first get it, you're like, oh wow, this is different. But I promise you, you'll be hooked. It's just so dang easy to use, and you just get that really gorgeous eye look immediately without having to be here all day and blending and all the crazy stuff. You don't need any of that. So again, Splurge Cream Shadow in the shade Tenacious. They're only $26 and they last forever. This little jar is like never ending. And that's it. So easy. Perfect. I will message you. Now the new pressed powder are the same shade. So if you've used the pressed powder in the past, you're the same color. All right, so Addiction Palette 8 and the Splurge Cream Shadow in Tenacious is what we used. Again, one of my faves. And then now we're going to go ahead and set our makeup and then do our lips, which I'm going to do a different lip look that I haven't done in a minute, but I think you guys will really like it. So we're going to set our makeup. Which is so incredibly important to do because this is going to add moisture into your foundations, which is going to help them to look softer, more natural, help to expand, and just not look chalky or cakey or anything. Does your assistant work there while you're live? Yeah, she's here. She's in my living room. I think if I had her in my office, we would just giggle the whole time. We wouldn't get anything done. When you apply your concealer, is your beauty bud wet or dry? It's damp, Jen. So you're going to want to wring it underneath the water till no water falls from it. Hello from Australia. And fun fact, if you live in Australia or if you live in the UK or Mexico, Canada, you can actually shop on my website, which is RayaHopeBeauty.com. You'll just change the flag to your country's flag. It will change into your currency, your language, and will come from your country. So you don't have to wait for it to come across the pond. So all you have to do is go right here, RayaHopeBeauty.com. All right, so now for lashes, we're going to go in with the Lash Primer, which is the best product for getting your lashes to have that amazing length. Also is super hydrating for your lashes as well. My ring is from Lavender Blue. She has really gorgeous pieces, and my code on her website is Raya20. And then my gorgeous little beads that I have on this hand, these are from Bombshell Beads, and my code with her is Raya25. I was wondering, like, I would constantly look over to talk to her if she was there. Yeah. Is the mascara waterproof? We do have a waterproof mascara. That's going to be the Epic Waterproof. This one that I'm using right now is called the Twisted Mascara. This is water resistant. So the difference between a resistant mascara and a waterproof is you don't need something special to take it off. It stays in place. I've like gone straight up swimming with this mascara and it stays in place. It doesn't smudge or smear or flake. But like I said, you don't need something crazy to get it off. I also love that it has these really intentional little bristles that give you the best separation and so much length and volume. This mascara also has argan oil, keratin, and biotin infused in it, so it's helping your lashes grow while you're wearing it, which is so crazy cool. All right, and then the other best thing is, look at this. Hold the silver portion and then twist the top. Look at that. And the top is a teeny tiny little wand, which is seriously perfection at getting those hard to reach eyelashes. which if you have really small eyelashes, you can actually use this in its place too. So like when I did my mom's makeup, I went in with the smaller wand first and then the bigger wand so I could get that length from her lashes and then apply the rest of the mascara. So just like that. I did want to mention something really fast, so dang random, but a lot of people have ordered the primer. This is the Mattifying Face Primer. Ready to see how I open it? Pull, don't twist. There's so many people that are twisting and they're like, how do I get the primer out? I don't know why I wanted to, that made me think of it, but pull the cap off and it has a pump, okay? Hopefully that helps somebody. I am a business owner. I own RayaHope Incorporated. All right, so now for lips. We're going to do the lip liner, like I said, by Marc Jacobs in the shade Cream and Sugar. And apply this first. Okay. Once your lips are lined, which again, so important because it's really going to help your lips look much more powderier and keep your lipstick in a place. And then I'm going to go ahead and go in with the liquid lipstick in the shade Subtle. What do I sell? What do I not sell? You can shop my makeup and skincare right here, RayaHopeBeauty.com. You can shop my hair products and hair tools on this link right here. And then if you want to shop my fashion and home decor and basically everything else, you'll head to my Like to Know It, which is right there. Okay, so now we're going to go in with the Splash liquid lipstick in the shade Subtle. And I'm going to pop this on all over. Now, what's really cool about these liquid lipsticks is they're matte without being pulling or drying. They have really good hold. And this color is one of my absolute favorites. I also really love this wand because it helps you get like really precise application. So that was the shade Subtle in the liquid lipstick, which again, one of my favorites. Look how it's just like pretty and matte and like not intense or like dark or bright or anything. It's just like a good every single day color. So beautiful. All right, so then the last thing we're gonna do is we're gonna take our matte Opulence lipstick in the shade Minted and pop this on right in the center. And this will just kind of lighten it up and give it a fresh look. Oh, isn't that so pretty? Like a perfect nude. Perfect combination. So again, that was the liquid lipstick in Subtle and the matte lipstick in Minted on top. And that was the whole tutorial, you guys. I hope you enjoyed that. I'm gonna blow dry my hair and style it and have some things to film for you guys today. So make sure that you are following me on Instagram so you can see all of the fun content I have in store for you guys for this weekend and this week. So let me know if you guys need any help. Comment color match in the comments if you need me to message you. Make sure to check your requested folder to see that I have messaged you. And make sure when you're shopping for your makeup and your skincare and your products and your tools that you're shopping right here, RayaHopeBeauty.com. I love you all. I'll see you soon. Bye.